Plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running right, this is Langford. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Check.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
180. 20. 25. Check 25.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open. Complete. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Great.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
59 mark, check, 59.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time Langford. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Newton. It's caught. Here's Langford. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On first down, it's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Newton to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On second down, Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Saints on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Darren Waller. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Complete to right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Gun.
Shift.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 50, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Remember, last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, and me and my crew, we got to see him. And when they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach, Ron Rivera.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This one fielded at the 5. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there out of Kamara. 68 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Check 26, check 26.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now it's Langford. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Newton. And Thomas has it. 12 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Great.
Throwing again. Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Dancing away at the 35. Past the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trey Boston. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 45-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. He spins free. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Right to the 3. 8. Get it.
To throw is Newton. Out to his left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
10th carry now for Jeremy Langford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Gun.
Now it's Newton. This complete to Langford. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball. I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Play action. It's Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
So how many more years are we going to define this position as running back? I really feel like we're evolving into something else because they have to be such a hybrid, don't they? Guys who can run it, but they love to have those guys with hands like a wide receiver.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Langford. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, check.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.